Good night's rest. So this is the inn. You can go sleep in this game, but it doesn't feel as important because the save spheres automatically heal you up to full and give you like full MP and everything back. So he's gonna be a Blitzball when he grows up, which, you know, good for him.
Hey, you awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
The people are in the middle of rebuilding Kilika as best as they can. Life goes on even after big tragedies. A lot of people died. United descending. But it's a bit of a broken place right now. No bad dream.
Whoa!
I like how no one reacts whatsoever to that little girl sitting there. It's a bit weird. I don't know if she was just... Well... Either way, I saved her. We can't go north yet. Because we need to go talk to Waka. This guy's actually affected by the toxin. Titus just keeps using that as an excuse. There's the little girl we saved. Ether, which gives you MP. Oh yeah, I totally knew that that was a gift for me. Thanks. Before we talk to Waka, let's check out the rest of the... well, village as it stands, I guess. It's not a lot left. See, these are items you can buy. This is basically the shop. You might notice weapons don't really have stats. Also, Kimari's weapon has piercing, which is... well, it basically makes him hit harder against armored targets. There's another character we'll get eventually that also generally have piercing on their weapons. Weapons don't really have stats. They just have abilities. Blitzball player. Kilika Beasts. So we have two teams right now we have that we know the name of. The Besaid Aurochs and hello. Oh man, that's pretty grim. This November just sort of sitting there. So Besaid Aurochs and Kilika Beasts.
Ah, there you are. Besaid Aurochs, huddle. On to the temple, where we pray for victory. Go! High Summoner O'Halloran used to live in the Kilika temple here. Yep, Lord O'Halloran was once a great blitzer, you know.
Waka. Praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
Something wrong with enjoying Blitzball?
Is this really the time?
This is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play and win, right?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
I think Waka has a point. A lot of people might prefer going back to at least somewhat of a sense of normalcy. Not focus on the tragedy all the time, try to take their mind off things. That's a pretty solid line of thinking. Kilika Woods. Let's save real quick.
What's up?
Yuna's saying she wants you with us.
Huh?
I want to ask you to be my guardian.
You know what? There's no time for jokes, yeah? He may be a Blitzball whiz kid, but up against fiends, he's a newbie.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
What?
What? What do you mean?
It's just that... Well,
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
My apologies.
Well then. If we're at least gonna tag along, then we can fight.
Kimari, why don't you use Lancet on it?
What's a lancet?
Normally, it's a skill that weakens enemies and heals the user. But when a Ronso uses it, that Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Hey, sounds cool.
So yeah. Ronso and Kimari particularly is basically this game's version of Blue Magic, or Enemy Skill, as it was called in Final Fantasy VII. He uses Lancet on particular enemies. If they have an ability he doesn't learn yet, he learns it and also gets full overdrive meter at the time. Seed Cannon is pretty okay. He starts with Jump. Jump you saw him using on us back in Besaid Village, the path. I guess I told you there wasn't going to be any more tutorial battles, and I guess that was a lie. There's a few more things to sort of introduce mechanics. But otherwise, Kilika starts with the same sort of style as in Besaid. You meet a lot of different enemies, and you generally have an idea of which character you want to use stuff on. And I'm going to continue doing the whole thing where I make sure that every character gets to do at least something in the game.
I could take care of those alone, huh?
You can't really though, because this is a yellow elemental. So you're not going to do much damage to it. What we need is a black mage. But we need Yuna to do something first so we can maybe heal. No, everyone is full health. We swapped out the person without. I'm just going to whack him with the stick. That works. And then we'll swap in Lulu and we'll do the water attack against the lightning
Anyone
elemental.
thirsty?
Yes, I'm sure they're thirsty. Pretty standard procedure. You're gonna mostly, when you enter a new area, run up against enemies that fit into one of these types of class of enemies, and you'll have the particular counters for it. You might be wondering when I'm gonna actually level. Oh, hello. Some Crusaders. You might be wondering when I'm going to actually level up, and I will in a bit.
Way.
Aid us.
Air attack on the flying bug. Now I can kill him with Titus, but again I want everyone to do something. Well done, Moogle!
Just thought I'd give it a try.
Hey, that one's not ours, remember?
Okay, I don't actually know what Waka meant there. I thought it was... What do you mean this is not ours? The Moogle? Does Lulu's original Moogle belong to someone else, maybe? I don't know. Either way, they're all dead now.
You're not too bad.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh yeah, Titus is getting in on this. One of the reasons I am not leveling up it is because we might need a couple more spheres, so I'm getting them from the enemies here. A scout, that I believe is a weapon for Waka. Tell you... Okay. One more.
Yuna! Aeon!
Just who do you think you are?
Yuna! Aeon! Titus is gonna be like the battleship leader, you know, the strategist. I'm sure that'll go well. It's actually not a bad idea though. So let's make sure everyone does something and then we can summon the Aeon. Valifor. Because summoning an Aeon basically replaces the entire party, I like to do sort of last. But you can't just dismiss the Aeon and get the party back, so it's something like that. These animations aren't that long. It's not awful like in Knights of the Round from Final Fantasy VII or like Eden from Final Fantasy VIII. Remember in Final Fantasy VIII they gave you the boost mechanics so that you mashed the button a whole bunch while the animation was going on so they'd hit harder? That was weird.
Please,
basically,
fight with us.
Fight with us, Valifor. In Final Fantasy X, you can go into the option and have them on default, which is on a medium length, and then short, which basically just summons them real quick without all the effects. It's nice. But yeah, piece of cake, Valifor took him out. Aeons scale with Yuna's stats, so it's important to keep Yuna leveled, because Aeons are going to be pretty important. I'm going to save here, and then I'm just going to run around and level up a bit, and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, welcome back. What seemed like just a second for you was, well, like a couple of minutes for me, so it's not like that much of a magic of time travel. The reason to level up here wasn't necessarily so much because sphere levels, because we got a nice chunk of those from killing the sin scales on the boat. The reason we wanted to do is because, let's go into a little bit more details on the sphere grid. So we picked up a couple of more abilities. You'll see sort of the path I've taken. Waka starts here, where the Dark Attack already learned. Moved a couple of steps there, picked up agility, max HP, max MP. Gone over and learned silence attack, strength, accuracy, and so on and so on. Got a bunch of stuff I'll show off on everyone else. The thing is, for the sphere grid, right, what you want to do is you want to, once you get to a node, which is what these are, you spend these spheres to activate the abilities. To activate abilities like this, you need an ability sphere. To activate this, like an MP or like magic defense or magic, you need a mana sphere? It might become mana sphere, I think, yeah. These would be a speed sphere, this would be... well, there's no strength there, but the strength would be a power sphere and so on. The problem is we're lacking some of those. We've leveled up faster than the available spheres to us. So right now I would like to get haste for Titus, because it's a very good skill. But you'll see here use that, well actually we can pick up max HP. Ta-da! We don't actually have any ability spheres. Which means we also don't want to move up off this node, because if we move off the node we have to go back later on to pick it up, wasting a sphere level. Similarly, Yuna wants to pick up life. Waka wants to pick up, well, we're going to get into this in a bit. And so on, and Lulu wants to pick up focus. But I can't do this because I don't have any ability spheres. So how do you get the spheres? By killing certain amount of monsters. But in the international version, which started back with the original PAL version, aka the European version, has these abilities. You'd need items before, but now you have these abilities called extract something. So, for example, well, you see here, this is what we're after. Extract ability. Because then you use extract ability, which acts like a normal attack on the enemy, and it would change the sphere they would normally drop into an ability sphere. Problem is, we need an ability sphere to activate this. I was a little bit click happy and got all the other abilities first, so now we're sitting here and we can't actually learn extract ability. You see we have extract mana, so we can get mana spheres, and we have extract speed, so we can get speed spheres. We will also get extract power later on, and so on. But we do need right now an ability sphere, which we don't have. So we're just going to go ahead and continue as normally and get one of those eventually. None of the mobs here in Kilika actually drop an ability sphere. Speaking of spheres, mana spheres. But we are fine on those. Most of all, we're fine on power spheres because the sin scales we skill drop power spheres, which is why we have about 99 of those. Battle time. While battling here a little bit, I've gotten some overdrive, so I can show off a couple of them, but I think I'm going to want to save them for a boss fight, so... Oh, by the way, you remember the scout we picked up earlier? That is a weapon for Waka. You might notice he's got a glowing ball of ice in his hand right now. So the glowing ball of ice means that it has Ice Strike, but it also has Sensor. And Sensor is what you see on screen right now. I mouse over something and I immediately get this little info pop up. So I can see that it is nimble and resistant to magic, and that it in fact takes 50% extra damage from ice and half damage from fire. So even though this is usually Titus's thing, Waka can kill it perfectly fine. It can even do overkill because it has ice. Kimari also already has one, and this you can see specifically. Elementals usually have a very set rules for what works and what doesn't. You see it's very strong against fire and lightning. Fire and ice. You'll see that it actually heals from lightning, and it takes extra damage from thunder. We're not going to use Lulu because then we would end the fight. So we're going to walk in with Titus.
Newbie here!
Sorry.
We've missed a few of those little interactions while I've been leveling up. There's a couple of them that basically tells you if you're doing something wrong. Like if Yuna tries to walk over and punch a flyer and misses, Lulu goes like, save those for the Guardians. If you try to hit this thing with Waka, he goes like, man, blows don't hurt it, huh? And stuff like that. Basically, minor little dialogue to teach you how the game works. Alright, let's make sure we have everyone do something. Did we get anything? No, we don't have Prey with her yet. We're just gonna heal Waka. And then in with Lulu.
Well then, what next?
Overkilling an enemy means that you get extra rewards. Sometimes you get extra spheres, you definitely get extra AP. But right now, we need ability spheres. Like I said, none of them drop it here. Something's written here. Tapsrizer Vikoryu. Now this is getting real creepy. But do you remember what we found in Besaid? It said Kilika and Bikanel stand as one. And then this is in Kilika. And later on, okay, minor spoiler, later on we'll get to a place called Bikanel. We'll find like a similar gibberish looking thing. So if you found those two, you know the Albed alphabet, you put them together and you get a secret. It's pretty handy. See that monster over there?
Company, halt!
The fiend before us is Ochu, Lord of the Wood. We've had trouble with this one before. Remember, discretion is the better part of valor.
So we can skip this guy by running to the left or running to the north, but honestly...
Standing guard, sir. Standing...
The Ochu is no garden variety fiend. We could throw 100 crusaders at it and still lose. Ochu poison is a surefire way to get to the far plane and fast.
Hey, antidotes. We're actually gonna kill it. I'm just gonna save first just in case things go horribly wrong, but they won't. Mainly it also gives me full HP and MP. So this guy's tough. He has about like 5,000 health. We'll find out exactly when we put the sensor on him. But, you know, we're smart. Strategic. You know what to do. Overkill. Nice. Oh yeah, that reminds me actually. We have more than just sensor weapons. I'll show you once we actually get to Ochu.
Leave that one to Lou.
Yes, I know. Sorry. I'm just doing things so I get AP. It's just a habit. Like, I always do that to make sure that everyone stays on an even level. Because I hate having some of them being under-leveled. Speed and mana fair. Alright, let's take on Lord Ochu. This guy is pretty dangerous, but there is ways to deal with it. So, we know that he was going to do poison attacks, right? So that's something we want to avoid. We want him to stop casting spells as well. So we're going to go with Waka. We're going to do silence attack on him. So now he can't cast any spells. He can, however, still do Poison Glob, but that's okay, we can heal that. Now what we want to do here is we want to cast Scan. The Ochu, Lord Ochu. Claws inflict poison, restores lost HP by sleeping, retaliates with Earthquake if awakened, so watch out. Being a plant, it burns easy. Weak to fire, immune to a lot of things, but not immune to silence, but it is immune to darkness. So we want to keep it silent so it can cast spells, and there's claustrophic poison, so we need to be ready to cure. And that's mostly it. Now we'll just pretty much just hit it. Kimara has lost some health, but we can just unload a bit with a bit of fire. Waka has done his good deed for the day. Oh no, we want Yuna in here. So that you can cleanse Kimari. No poison for you. Okay, now he's just doing this to be an asshole. In with Titus. This would actually not be a horrible time to use Overdrive, so let's do it. Let's swordplay Spiral Cup. Got it on the first one. 500 damage. We've done something with everyone, I think. Waka's attack, Kimari's canned. Yeah, we're good. You need to cure yourself, lady. We do eventually actually start to heal as well, because it obviously does damage, but... Okay, it's not silenced anymore. Let's do something about that. Yeah, we're getting there. I'm gonna get some mana and stuff back with Kimari. Usually not huge amounts, actually it's not very much at all. It's mainly useful for the MP. Whack-ass poisoned, eh? Well, we can use an item, we have 8 of them. Generally the way poison works is if you take an action while being poisoned, you take damage. It's usually not huge, but, you know, we want to get rid of it. Have a fair bit of life to work on still. It has 1800 left, so we're getting there. Look, I just have Kimari attack. 200. The work attack. He does have ice though, so he will do less damage, sadly. Okay, now he falls asleep. This is a problem, because you can see he regens life, and quite a lot. And remember that if we wake him up, he will cast Earthquake. So, I have a plan. This plan involves Valifor. Valifor is awesome, because he is immune to poison, and you might have noticed that he's flying. That means he's also immune to, what's it called? Earthquake. And also, he has Overdrive. Remember, Energy Blast was the one that we got? I'm gonna show off Energy Ray first, because I'm pretty much always gonna be using Energy Blast after, and right now the damage difference is not that big. So let's just do Energy Ray, because it's cool. Overkill! We didn't even get to see Earthquake, because we just killed him, because we were that awesome. Nice chunk of 60 HP. 2 HP spheres. And an Echo Ring.
Whoa.
A summoner and her guardians. Very impressive.
Sir, we should fight too.
We'll get our chance soon enough.
Young Crusaders gather around. We'll beat sin into the ground.
Talk to him.
Do your best, kid. Waka's counting on you.
Thanks, man. And an elixir, which is pretty sweet.
Do your best, kid.
Oh, wrong person.
Hey! After the tournament, you should join the Crusaders.
I think I have a bright future in gardening, but thanks.